Hi everyone. I'm Nate.
I'm Sarah, and today we're going to talk about social media. So whether you like it or not, social media is a part of almost everyone's lives, whether you have an account or not, because so many people are on social media that it affects the world as a whole. It affects, as we've seen, it affects politics, it affects mental health, it affects everything. It changes a lot of things. Or even just the fact that social media affects politics overall now. So it's like, even if you know no one that uses social media, you live in a world where social media affects big things.
In this video, we're going to talk about our own personal relationships with social media, and we're also going to talk about like the good and the bad things personally for us that we have experienced through social media.
Yeah. And our goals moving forward. I think it's important because social media is so powerful. I think it's really important to actually think about your relationship with social media. I think it's important to actually think about how you use social media. I think it's...
Since it's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah. And it's like, clearly there's not a lot of regulations put on social media. So it's kind of up to the users at this point to regulate it for themselves. Which I don't think it should be that way, but that's just how it is for now.
So we're going to start with some positive things.
What are some positives that you've gotten from social media?
So me personally, as a musician or trying to be a musician and artist, is a great way to be able to build a fan base and to be able to keep in contact and stuff with your fan base while you're not like out doing shows or whatever. So that has been extremely positive. Okay,
so for me, a lot of the positive has been finding inspiration from social media. So getting new ideas of, you know, how to better take care of myself, how to, new like projects to try, new places to visit, things like that. Like there's a lot of things that I see on social media and I'm like, wow, I never thought about something like that. I want to try that. That looks really fun. So that's definitely positive.
Yeah.
It just like exposes you to more, which can be a good thing and a bad thing. But for me, I feel like it's mostly been a good thing. At least now it is a good thing. I'll get into the negative side of it. I was going to say another thing is social media lets you connect with people that you wouldn't have connected with otherwise and see other people's life experiences that are very different from your own.
Yeah. Also, it's been a great way to like keep in contact with friends and stuff. I have quite a few friends that have like left for college, and yeah, we can like text and call and stuff, but it's also really nice to be able to like see pictures of where they're at or like see what they're doing. Not to say that you shouldn't also be like texting and like trying to keep in contact that way, but social media has been or at least specifically Instagram has been a nice way to be able to keep in contact with friends that no longer live next to me.
So we've seen there's been a lot of talk about the cons of social media. A lot of things relating to mental health. That it increases anxiety, it increases depression and isolation, it decreases like actual high quality connection between humans, increases fear of trying new things. It's increased rates of suicide and attempted suicide and self-harm. Thankfully, I feel like for us we haven't experienced the extreme effects of these. Maybe me more than you. Yeah, for me specifically, it's been when I first got it, when we first got it, neither of us really cared about it.
No,
we got it in high school.
Yeah, I was like sophomore in high school.
Yeah, I got Instagram. That's really the only social media we pretty much use. But for me, it was like one of the main cons, or one of the big negatives for me was I would compare myself to a lot of people on social media. I still do sometimes, but I catch myself a lot quicker than I used to. I had a problem with this, or have had a problem with comparison way before I had social media. So I'm surprised that I didn't immediately feel that when I got it, but I just I didn't spend a lot of time on it when I first got it.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a phase where I was comparing myself a lot to people on Instagram, whether it be our bodies or our life or material belongings, their ability to travel, things like that. But what I really tried to work on was just trying to recognize that comparison as, instead of like taking it and experience it as jealousy, trying to take it and experience it as inspiration. You know, like the reason why I'm comparing myself is because I'm most likely jealous of where that person is. The reason I'm jealous is because I want to do what they're doing.
Yeah.
And if I can give myself empower myself enough to say, like, I could do that too if I actually wanted to and, like, set my mind to it. Like, you don't see the hard work that person put into getting whatever it is they want.
Yeah.
Except for the body thing. That was a whole nother process of me just, like, accepting my body as it is. But as far as material and, like, life achievements and things like that, it's like, I can do that if I want to. And trying to turn that negative feeling of jealousy and comparison into inspiration to push myself forward.
Yeah. For me, it's also kind of comparison. Like, I've been able to notice it in myself more lately, but, like, I found myself, like, looking at someone else's page who was also a musician and up-and-coming artist, and, like, kind of in my head, I was like, they only just started, like, how do they already have more followers than me, and, like, all this other stuff, and I was like, this is so stupid, because first off, me and that person are really good friends, and I'm very proud of what he's doing, but also, it's just like, we're two different people, and, like Sarah just said, like, taking those feelings of kind of jealousy and turning them into, like, motivation to, like, okay, I'm going to start getting more into this and try and build my following more. And that's definitely been a negative for me, comparison, but also kind of finding a little bit of self-worth in social media, in, like, the likes and all of that stuff. Like, I found myself, I really like to, like, post something and then not go on my Instagram for a while, so that when I go on to it, there's a whole bunch of likes and all this stuff. And but yeah, just me kind of finding a lot of instant gratification from opening my phone and there being a ton of likes or comments, and when there's not, then I'm kind of like, oh, well,
what did I do wrong?
Yeah, what did I do
What's
wrong? How can I fix this? Like, what's wrong with this picture or whatever?
Yeah. Oh, another thing I was going to say is time.
Yeah.
Social media can be such a time waster.
Yeah.
It's so easy to just scroll, and it feels like exciting. It feels like you're seeing all these things that are exciting and worthwhile. But really, it's not getting you any closer to whatever goals you have.
Nope.
It's just wasting your time.
The only way to get yourself closer to a goal is to work towards it.
Yeah.
Not watch someone else do it.
True.
So.
You only need so much inspiration before you really just need to do the work. Another one is missing actual human connection because of social media. It could be, I feel like there's a lot of different ways this could take shape.
Yeah.
Some is you're hanging out with people in real life before COVID, and you're getting distracted by your phone because you're looking and connecting with other people who you aren't with. So you trying to connect over social media with other people is distracting from the people that you're actually in the same space as.
Yeah.
But then there's also, like, the built-up anxiety that social media can give you that can make you too anxious to actually go and hang out with people.
Yeah,
true. It's easier for me to connect with people over social media than to actually go in person. That's way too stressful.
Yeah.
Which I understand. I'm an introvert. I have social anxiety, so doing social events is scary, but using social media as like a pacifier does not help.
So next we're going to talk about our own personal relationships with social media and how that has developed over the years.
Yeah.
Like I said, like, I got Instagram my, like, sophomore year in high school, and in the beginning I didn't really care about it that much. I didn't really care how many likes I got or whatever. Like, I only followed my friends, and, like, they would see my pictures and I'd get, like, 10 likes or, like, whatever, and I was like, that's cool, like, my friends saw it, and, like, that's only the people that I care about.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was really until after high school that some of my friends had left for college, and so there was less human connection. So instead of kind of going out, I got it from scrolling through Instagram and like being friends with people on Instagram and that kind of stuff. And definitely lately, as I've been trying to grow as an artist, I'm like using that as a tool, but trying not to
use it instead of
using it as a tool instead of like really actually kind of letting it use me, like just getting myself sucked into it because it's so easy. But I think lowest point for me, I would say, with it was definitely like a couple of years ago, where I'm just like, I would probably, my daily average a couple of years ago probably would have been somewhere around like 3-4 hours a day. Maybe like 2 to 3 hours a day, which is a lot of time. And that's definitely been like the biggest thing for me, to be like, okay, put it down.
It adds up really easy between like if you're taking the bus or something like that, or if you're carpooling or something like that, where you can just be scrolling while you're commuting.
In my house and stuff, we're like, everyone is kind of like off in their separate corners, so it was really, really easy to just be on social media or whatever for a very long time. It was only really when we went over to like grandma's house and stuff, where she's like, absolutely no phones, do not pull your phone out, you're with family. And I think I've tried my best definitely in the last couple of years of being like, if I'm with people, no, not having my phone out.
See, I think for me it was, like I said, I first got it, didn't really care that much about it. Then it seems like over the time span that I've had Instagram or Facebook, it's like whenever I'm having issues personally, that's when my issues with Instagram get 10 times worse. So like if I'm having confidence issues or body image issues, then I was using Instagram to make that so much worse. So like if I was like if I felt like I needed to lose weight or something, I would then follow a bunch of fitness accounts, which felt like motivation, but then there were a lot of accounts that like you can see now have totally changed, or some of them haven't changed, unfortunately, because they realized like what they were preaching was unhealthy. Instead of like just trying to be healthier, it was like, here's how to lose weight really quickly, or like I was actually taking supplements that are not healthy for you while I was posting these videos and pictures and things like that. So at the time I did not realize that what I was doing was really just harming myself and making my relationship with my own body so much worse. But so there's definitely been times where social media has been very harmful for me in that way. But I think as soon as I started realizing and like opening my mind to the fact that it really can be harmful to me, and not just accepting that and being like, it's harmful, but it'll get me to where I want to be. Once I realized that, I'm like, no, this isn't what I want. This isn't getting to my actual goals. I think that was part of it, is like how I was defining my goals before was like, I want to be 10 pounds thinner or something like that, instead of being like, I just want to be healthier. I want to be healthier because I want to be happier more. Which made me think about the fact that it's like, okay, following all these fitness accounts isn't actually making me feel better. It's just making me feel like I'm working towards it when I'm not. When like an actual way to work towards it would have been like just getting outside more. Because then not only are you getting outside, which research shows makes you happier, but you're also getting physical activity.
What are some goals into the future that you have?
So I think for me a big goal is to really try to use Instagram as a tool and not let it use me. So not thinking of Instagram as like an activity. Like it shouldn't be something I go on when I'm bored. It should be like, I really want to share this book I just read, so I'm going to make a post about it. Or I really want to share these fun photos I just took, so I'm going to make a post with them. Or I want to know what people think about blank, so I'm gonna, put a poll up on my Instagram story or something like that. Like, you really use it as a tool and not as like an activity, like I said.
For me, my goal would be to just not put as much value on things like likes and stuff on social media as I have in the past. I think I've gotten a little bit better at it, but I still do find myself at times like really getting a lot of gratification from like, ooh, this post got blank amount of likes.
Yeah.
And then like looking and being like, oh, well, this one didn't get that many likes. Maybe I should like delete it. Like, cause I've done that before, like deleted posts that didn't get as many likes. Cause I was like, oh, I don't want this to be showing on here that it didn't get very many likes, but who cares if I like it? So.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think my way of like the middle ground there is like I can still use Instagram as a fun tool, like creative tool and creative outlet, but turning off all the notifications on Instagram, setting on do not disturb hours so that my phone isn't dinging like after, I think I set it to 8 o'clock. It's from like 8 to 8.
Yeah.
I don't get any alerts. I just want to be able to I want to focus on like what's here.
Yeah.
Not the whole world.
Yeah. So we had a small little camera malfunction and our outro did not record, so we're doing it now.
Yeah.
That's all we had for that day. If you have not already, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We really appreciate that. And yeah.
Sorry, I don't know what to say.
Oh no, it's okay. Oh, we got more coming, so stay tuned. Bye.